Before I get started, I want to turn and face the east, which is this way, and give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah by Hashem, Harakakadash. Double honors to my elder apostles of Great Millstone, rule and teach well, and honors and salutations to the Aki of my Great Millstone that's pushing his truth throughout the four corners in these last days, seconds of time. All right, keep pushing and hold fast, Aki. All right, Shalom. All right, and got like the title of the video say. All right, and we see how 2023 is maxing out, is turning up. All right. So we see these prophecies, that the elder apostles of Great Millstone, on down to their fruit, been saying this was gonna happen. All right, and we see it happening. We see all the prophecies and the scriptures of the Bible, manifesting. All right. All right. So we're gonna. I got some events. All right. I got some events that's happening in 2023. All right, and I got it written on paper, but I want to start off with a precept. All right, bear with me. All right, I want to start off with a precept. This Habakkuk 2 and this Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. All right? And these visions is of the end times, apocalyptic times. All right? The last days. All right? Or quote unquote, the end of the world. All right? And that end of the world is the end of an era, an end of a rulership, an end of a dominion under the rulership of these Edomites. All right, Esau, Edom, so-called white people. All right, the Lord is coming down to take down your beast system, your wicked empire. All right, and the Lord is coming back to undo all the injustice and evil you did on the planet Earth. All right, and I wanted to make another point where it says, where the Lord said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables. All right. And the way the men of the Lord in modern times write the vision and make it plain upon table is we do these lessons. All right. The Lord. This is the true purpose of the internet, of the Urim and the Thummim. All right. The internet, through the internet, this truth has engulfed the whole Earth, planet Earth. All right. Now you have prophets everywhere saying the same thing. Now you have the elect everywhere waking up. All right. You see this truth everywhere. All right. So that's how these visions, that's how this truth has spread it. All right. And the men of the Lord breaks these visions down. That's how you get the understanding of them. All right. That's the only way we found out that the RFID chip, that microchip, is the mark of the beast. All right. Through what? Yahweh Shema Shah is setting up his men, his pastors, the true pastors. All right. Which are the elder apostles of Great Millstone. All right. And the great men that taught them. All right. I want to get a precept on that. Bear with me. bear with me. Getting this precept. I'm gonna get a couple precepts. All right, because you got like, and you got Jakes out there. When I say Jake, that classifies you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right. You know, so what I'm about to say, it pertains to whoever has this mindset. All right. So you got Jakes out there that be like, and I know a guy. I know a couple guys in my job. They're against camps. And this is not that they're against camps. They're only against one camp, and they're against, Great Millstone. All right, because that, the scriptures tell us in the last days there should be scoffers. That's how you know we're in the last days. All right, because you got 2/3. They just attacking the truth for no reason, attacking the men of the Lord for no reason. And we ain't do them nothing. All right, because they're offended. They're offended at the truth. They're offended at Yahweh Shema Shah. All right, and they try to make our life harder. They try to mock you and fuck with you every day. But you just gotta have patience. Let me find this precept. All right. So this is about to cut up that mindset, because they have that mindset. Oh, you don't need no man to teach you or whatever like that. They don't believe in following men. The Lord put leaders for you to follow. All right. Just like at a job, it's a hierarchy. It's like you have people above you, over you to to make sure you're doing your job. All right, to make sure you're doing the right thing and stuff like that. This precept right here. Here you go. Here you go. I'm about to find the point where I want to start at. It's X. I'm going to start it up so you can understand what's going on. I'm starting at 27. But I'm going to get it here. All right. It's Acts chapter 8 and 27. All right, Acts chapter 8 and 27. And he arose. Well, I'm gonna start at 26. Acts 8 and 26. And the angel of the Lord spake unto Philip, saying, Arise and go toward the south unto the way that goeth down from Jerusalem unto Gaza, which is desert. And he arose and went, and behold, a man of Ethiopia, an eunuch of great authority, under Candace, queen of the Ethiopians. All right, which that man, was an Israelite. All right, and it says, who had the charge of all her treasure and had come to Jerusalem for its worship, was returning and sitting in his chariot, read Isaiah the prophet. Then the Spirit said unto Philip, Go near and join thyself to this chariot. And Philip ran hither to him and heard him read the prophet Isaiah and said, Understandest thou what thou readest? All right. So now you about to get an example. You about to get an example of why you need leadership. You need teachers. All right, and that's what the prophets of Yahweh Shema Shah are. That's what the 144,000 prophets' job is, to teach. You know, to make the vision plain upon tables. All right, to teach the elect. All right, because the only elect gonna dance to this song, to this beat. You know, but the scriptures do say whether they hear or forbear. All right, you know, so we understand 2/3 gotta hear. They gotta hear this truth and deny it so they can get their judgment. You know, and these heathens too. You know, these heathens they hear the prophecies of them going into slavery. All right, future judgment on them. All right. And at the end of the day, it's thus said the Bible. This is the word of the Lord, word of Yahweh Shema Shah, and it will come to pass. All right. You know, and Esau. That's why, and then you know Esau, the so-called white man, to show you he's you know, he's the devil and Satan. He try to play on these people's emotions. You know, he tries to play on these people's emotions instead of, because you know these people, these copper tops, they not, you know, they're not logical. All right, and they totally against the will of the Lord. All right, the earth is out of course. It's in total darkness because of Esau the wicked, the so-called white man. All right, so these people, they're against everything that's logical and facts. You know, because the truth is facts. You know, this is not allegations. This is not allegations we're making against Esau, the so-called white man. Nah, everything we're bringing out on this devil is straight facts in history. All right, and that backs up the scriptures, proving that he's the wicked that the Bible speaks of. All right, but he plays on these people's emotions, you know, and they get all emotional, you know, and they can't come against the truth, so they get carnal, you know. All right, so it says, and Philip ran hither to him and heard him read the prophet Isaiah and said, understandest thou what thou readest? And he said, how can I, except some man should guide me? All right, you know, so he spake of the truth. Let me finish it, and I'm gonna speak on it. And he said, and he said, how can I, except some man should guide me? And he desired Philip that he would come up and sit with him. All right. So this is Nooch, all right, who was an Israelite. All right. He had integrity. You know, he had morals. He knew you can't just open the Bible up and read it and understand everything in there. No, you have to be taught by a man of the Lord. All right, by a servant of the Lord, whom Yahweh Shema Shah put his spirit on. All right, from birth to grow up and become a prophet of the Lord and teach the truth of the scriptures. All right, so that's how you learn these prophecies. All right, you're not just gonna learn it by reading it and then trying to lean on your own understanding. All right. So it says, let's see. All right. No, it isn't on that. Isn't on that. And I'm gonna get the Jeremiah right quick. Bear with me. All right. This is Jeremiah Jeremiah 3 and 15. Jeremiah 3 and 15. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. And that's of the scriptures. Alright? You know, and that show you, let me get the other scripture about scoffers. That show you that these guys that speak up against the men of the Lord, they're just scoffers. They're fulfilling prophecy. Because they don't come against no other organization. They don't come against the Christian church. Because guess what? You know, those people are they're seeking what? Knowledge, so-called knowledge and understanding, which they ain't learning shit in these Christian churches from these wicked ass pastors. All right, because these pastors are teaching nothing but lies. All right, these Christian churches is controlled, you know, by the government. All right, they're bought and paid for. You know, they're you know, they got these tax write-offs. You know, by the called the 501c3 charter. You know, so they not even allowed to speak the truth. All right, they can't speak against you know, the government. All right, they can't teach no truth. They only can teach what they're allowed to teach. All right, and that's deception. They're gonna tell you things that's not true. You know. So the true men of the Lord, they're gonna tell you the truth of the scriptures. You know. Why do you think these pastors, they never go into prophecy? They never go into the day of the Lord. All right, they never go into these apocalyptic events that's happening. They never explain what's happening in the world. All right, they just tell you some bullshit. And these pastors, these Christian pastors, they tell you to go get the jab, you know, the vax. All right. So I'm about to read these events that's happening. All right. So it says 2023 events. All right. It's one of them. It says First Baptist Church in Jacksonville, Florida, faces backlash for holding to biblical marriage. All right. So the truth is, it's this place, Babylon the Great, all right, America, is spearheaded by Esau Edom, the wicked. All right, and he's against the scriptures. He's against the Bible. All right. I'm gonna get a precept on that. All right. It's Daniel 4:17. Wait, hold on, Slack, yo. Wrong one. All right. Daniel 7 and 25. All right. I'm gonna start up because all of this is prophecy. Okay. You know, in Revelation 12 and 12. All right. He's about to Esau Edom, the devil, the so-called white man. He's about to come down with great wrath. All right. He's about to change up everything. He's about to establish his new world order. All right. He's about to get rid of the Bible. Period. All right. So you know, the so-called freedom of speech. All right. He's about to take all that away. You know, they're in the process of banning TikTok. All right. So it says Daniel 7 and 22. Until the Ancient of Days came and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High, and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. All right. So this is going to happen. This hasn't happened yet. All right. This is going to happen when the Lord returns. All right. And if and I got a couple more events. But if you've been watching the news, uh, these are the times that was spoken of in Revelation and in Matthew the 24th chapter. So everything is nothing is going to get better. All right. Like you had Joe Biden. Joe Biden told Vladimir Putin, you know, that if he stopped this war on Ukraine, that he'll give part of Ukraine to him. You know, so you see him he's trying to seek peace. All right, he's trying to do a plea deal or whatever like that, and it's not gonna work. All right, according to Ezekiel the 38th chapter, it's not gonna work. You know, this is the will of the Lord. World War III will happen. Armageddon will happen. This is the will of Yahweh Bashim Shah. All right, you can't stop what's already written. So it says, all right, so this will come to pass. And the saints are the Israelites. They'll show you that the kingdom is not for everybody. The saints are the Israelites. All right, I'm gonna come back to this. This it's a lot of them, but it's one I'm looking, particular one I'm looking for. So that's it. This bear with me. Bear with me. I'm gonna find it. Here you go. Slaki. I don't know why it took me so long. It's another one too. I found one saying what I was looking for. Yeah, I'm gonna get this one. This is one in Isaiah I was looking for, but I found this one. There's I'll just get to the point. Psalms 148 and 14. He also exalteth the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye the Lord. So the saints of the Lord are the Israelites. All right? They're a holy people unto him. All right? They're above all people upon the face of the earth. Those are the people the Lord is coming to save. The Lord is not coming to save everybody. He's only coming to save the elect of the nation of Israel. All right. Now we're gonna go back. All right, this Daniel 7 and Daniel 7 and 23. All right, thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces. Right. So that was the ancient Roman Empire. That fourth beast is a part of Nebuchadnezzar's image. All right, which are kingdoms, different kingdoms coming to pass. All right, you know, the Babylonians, the Medo-Persians, the Greeks, all right, the Romans. All right, so who's ruling those 10 toes? All right, who? The modern 10 toes. All right, that's America and the NATO and the EU. All right, America is that great whore, Babylon the Great. All right, that's the last kingdom before the Lord returned to the planet Earth. All right, and how we know the Lord is returning, how we know the Lord is returning in this generation, in this lifetime, due to the prophecies, due to the visions. All right, due to the apocalyptic events that we see happening in the world, 2023. All right, the hopeful year of the turn up, the hopeful year that all these prophecies come to pass. All right, you know, and that was coined by Elder Apostle Tahar. All right, you know, so we see the Spirit of the Lord working. The Lord is working in these last days. The Lord is shortening the days. Let's get that. You know, the Lord is shortening the days. Okay, I want to get in the scripture. You know, and even, you know, science, you know, here and there, science, you know, be proven. They show you how fucking diabolical Esau, the so-called white man, is. You know, and he even tells his tongue, when you read Psalm 64, his tongue is falling upon himself. All right, you know, because scientists tell you the earth is spinning faster than it ever was, you know, in existence. All right, you know. So you know, and another I seen another post. This was last year. It was you know, scientists were saying that, you know, the tectonic plates, you know, the continents are coming back, slowly coming back together. All right, you know, so we see how the Lord is restoring the earth. You know, all right. This bear with me. All right. This here you go. This Matthew 24, and I'm gonna start at 21. And Matthew 24 is one of those chapters. You know, Yahweh was prophesying. You know, Yahweh was prophesying. You know, of the end times. You know, the end of the world, the end of a rulership, an era. All right, and also, and who's the end of the world? When you read 2nd Ezra 6 and 6, you know, Esau. So who is Esau? The so-called white man. All right, but the Lord was also prophesying of 70 A.D. All right, from 66 to 70 A.D. So it says Matthew 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And we see that great tribulation, coming on the earth. We see great tribulation increasing and expanding on the planet Earth. All right, it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. Like the Book of Eli. All right, the movie that is. All right. So it says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Right, so the Lord is speeding up time. For the elect's sake, so the Lord can save the elect. All right, because save the elect from our enemies. When you read Luke 1:68 on down. We have to be saved from our enemies. And who is your enemy? The one that's feeding you plastic food, plastic food. All right, the one that's putting chemtrails all in the air every day, going harder. The one that's making GMO food, GMO animals. All right, the one that's legalizing pedophilia and LGBTQ. All right, transgenders and all this. Wickedness is growing on the planet Earth under the rulership and power of these Edomites, so-called white people. All right, and in the in the old and in the Old Testament and in the Apocrypha, it tell you as the king is, so is the people. All right, hold on. So you go to the source. You go to the source of the problem. All right, what's the source of all this rape, rob, and murder? Drugs. Death. The source. What's the source? It's Esau, the so-called white man. All right. Oh, and I want to read this right quick. It's Daniel 7:25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and a dividing of time. Right. And who's responsible for that? The so-called white man. All right. He's totally changing everything the Lord has naturally set in balance. The natural order of life. All right. Esau, the so-called white man, he's like, fuck what the Lord got going on. He wants to be God. He wants to be the Almighty. All right, and he deceived himself. These Edomites, these white people deceive themselves. All right, let me get that. This Obadiah 1 and let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna start at 3. Obadiah 1 and 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring thee down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. So the Lord is about to rage war against Esau, the so-called white man. That's that war in heaven. All right? Because contrary to popular belief, the Lord is returning to the planet Earth on so-called UFOs, spaceships, like what's that TV show? Like Star Wars. All right, like Jedi, like Darth Vader. You know, so the Lord coming back to whoop ass and to take over the planet Earth, straight up. All right, we're gonna get 2 precepts to show that, and I'm gonna read these events. This is Isaiah. What that is? Here you go. It's Isaiah 66 and Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. All right? For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord. All right? So that's what the Lord coming back to do. Those of you that's not keeping the commandments, you're going to die. Straight up. All right? The Lord is coming back to wage war on the planet Earth. All right? This, what's the other one? Bear with me. It's another precept. Okay, Revelation 19. All right? This Revelation 19 and 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war. All right? His eyes was as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. Right? Because Yahweh shall come in the volume of the book. It is written of him to do the will of Yahweh. So he's coming to wage war, to take down the superpowers and kingdoms and countries of the planet Earth today. He's coming to take all them down in Armageddon and World War III. All right? And the Lord is going to establish his rulership on the planet Earth. All right? And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of God. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. All right? And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. And he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of the Almighty Yahweh. And he hath on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Right. So that's what Yahweh Shai is coming to do. The Lord, the Messiah, is coming to kill, to wage war on the planet Earth. All right. So it says, that's it on that. All right. So 2023 events. China spy balloon over Montana in the U.S. All right. So it's been another one. All right. So we see shit heating up. You know. It's not a time. It's a time and place for everything. All right. And it's a time for war right now. All right. We see China. You know, Russia, North, South, Israel. When I say North, South, I'm talking about Korea, Israel, Iran, America, NATO. All right. We see everybody preparing for war. All right. There's different forms of war going on, whether seen or unseen. All right. You know, like they say, it's chess, not checkers. You know, fake eggs. You know, which GMO. This devil is diabolical. You know, that's also part of that spiritual war. You know, you know, this devil Esau, the so-called white man, he attacks your health. All right, like I always say, he'll attack your mental health and your physical health, and your sexual health too. You know, because Esau, the so-called white man, he's against being fruitful and multiplying, because he's the devil. It says Putin is preparing massive 500K man assault on two fronts. Ukraine fervently trying to prepare. People will soon be able to talk to dead relatives in the metaverse after ChatGPT breakthrough. Alright, so you know this is more divination and sorcery and witchcraft by Esau, the so-called white man, you know, which is against the scriptures, against the Bible. Alright? It's against the commandments of the Lord that shows you that Esau, the so-called white man, he's the Antichrist. He's anti-Hamashiach. Alright? Okay. That's it. That's the ones I had. Alright? Let me see something. So that's why the Lord got to take this devil down. Let me get this. I'm going to end it off on this one. Alright? So it says, let me see. The second Ezra is 15. And second Ezra 15 and 5. It's, you know, and it says, Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. All right? So we're in a time of judgment. The Lord is about to return to the planet Earth. All right? That's why everything is happening the way it's happening. All right? All right? So call her Allah, Yahweh Shema Shah. All right, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah. All right, I want to end this sit down by giving all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah by Hashem, Harakah Kodash. Double honors to my elder apostles of Great Millstone, rule and teach well, and honors and salutations to the Akim of Great Millstone, pushing his truth throughout the four corners in these last days. Abba, and Kwam Yashala.